All right. Also, I debated, chat. I pondered over if I should. Can't breathe. I debated if I should talk about this because, um, I don't. Anytime there's a SWAT thing, I don't like to talk about it because it's like I don't want to give this guy attention who's like fucking with police and bringing like law enforcement attention onto lolcow stuff because that's kind of retarded. And I don't want to give him attention because that's what he wants more than anything is just get attention. I'm pretty sure this is a swatting. However, it's number one, it's very funny. Number two, I want to talk about why I'm very anti swatting, which is, I guess sounds strange. I mean, I thought that's what everyone thought, but my response to this caught flack, and I want to clarify why it's not funny and why I don't promote it, why I refuse to feature anything swatting related, and why I try to avoid talking about it on stream. But first, I'll just play the funny stuff before I get all serious face about it. I tried to clean this up the best I could with filters and stuff. It still kind of sounds like shit, so just kind of bear with it. The police are responding to Patrick's house to shots fired. So they put him in handcuffs at some point.
Because none of you have listened in 3 goddamn years! Shut up! Thank you.
I'll repeat that because that's a really interesting line that is hard to hear. He says, no, you're like I transcribed it. He says at that point he says, no, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me anything. I know way more than you. That's what he's telling to the police officer there. There is no video. I'm gonna fucking mute you. I think you're just spamming that to get people's attention. There is no video. It's just audio from a body cam footage or something. Like, do you not see the fucking player up here? Does that look like a video player? You can see my screen. It's just the audio. That is just bewildering. He has cops there. I think he's in handcuffs at this point. And he's saying, this is where you keep trying to talk when you already admit you don't know anything. Like, brother, you are not on Twitter. These people can fucking you're in Michigan, I'm pretty sure. They can kneel on you and you can't breathe. And then you won't be able to talk at all if you're not lucky.
Because you don't know anything. You know I have done everything I possibly fucking can to tell you and everyone involved. Our department one. Okay? Everything. And I have told you multiple times, not even 2 fucking weeks ago, that hey, just so you know, for the last 3.5 fucking years,
made the lady police officer raise her voice because she was so frustrated with this bullshit. When I lived in Florida still, I told my police station what to expect when I got doxxed, and I had one instance where I was detained, and then after that, there was no problems. If the police in his area are somehow less competent than Florida police officers, he's in for a rough time, because Florida cops are the bottom of the fucking barrel. Retard pigs. There is no, between the entire Florida police department and every city, between the entire state troopers and the FBI that are in Florida, there is maybe like 3 pounds of gray matter to share between them. So they figured it out somehow. If his cops can't, then he's in for some problems. However, chances are that he went into the police station and was like, "Attention, I require assistance. I am being accosted by internet stalkers and I need a special protection from the law enforcement. Child stalker." And everyone was just like, "Get the fuck out of here, you fucking weirdo."
What phone number? I don't give a shit. That would be awesome because I'm calling in. Do you have any idea how many times I've called you to let you know that this keeps happening? Do you have an idea? It's more than once.
Okay, there he's just screaming. This part's hard to understand, so I'll let it play and then I'll repeat what it says from the transcript.
These people, I'm regular there. I've been there for 4 days a week probably. These people saw the hooligans on fire. The local, just all the local news. And they called in immediately. They were like, "Hey, we saw Fatrick Tomlinson running away from the fire. He was jogging through the alley." That wasn't the first time. You want the first time?
He retells the story just then where a local bar burned down and people reported to the police and to the news that they had seen Fatrick Tomlinson at the site of the crime ducking into an alleyway, very suspicious, and he was investigated by the police for that.
Would you like to hear about it? Good, I got your attention finally. The first time, they made a fake Craigslist ad about this trip, using my name, using my phone number, using this physical address, saying that I had pepperoni to give away, that I had made up the bodies of black children that I had kidnapped in the neighborhood and drowned in the pepperoni in my basement. That was the first time you guys came round banging on my door in the middle of the night.
Just to repeat, the first time that the police came to his house, someone had posted a Craigslist advertisement in his name using his address offering free pepperoni. Free pepperoni. However, it clarified that the pepperoni had been made from black children he had kidnapped, held in his basement, and ground into pepperoni in his basement. And this invited a police inquiry into this pepperoni and claims of missing black children in his basement.
We've been over this. Never fucking come to this address again. Now, if I need any of you, I'll fucking call. Don't come here again. We've been over this. I've talked to dispatch. I've talked to your supervisors. I have talked to everyone. And you know what I was told at every point? Well, we don't handle that. You'll have to talk to this other person, talk to that other person. Well, I'm sorry, we don't do that anymore. We don't take those kinds of calls anymore. Never fucking come here again, any of you. I'm fucking serious. This is the 4th time. 4. You could have looked it up. It's in your notes. I know it is. Go back to your squad right now. Look up this address or that address, which is 2611. This is 2613. Yeah, it's a duplex. Look it up. Do your minimum on your jobs. And never put me in cuffs again, fucking idiots. Leave. Never return. We will be talking to your supervisor. All of you. Never come here again.
Never come back to my abode, stalker childs. Yes, very interesting. Probably there's a better way to handle that if you want people to take you seriously. If you don't want people to swat you, you shouldn't make it entertaining. He's definitely going to get swatted again just because this is like such a funny outburst. I do empathize that it's a very annoying situation, especially in his case. I think he's like dragged out of his house in the middle of the night and put into handcuffs because they're investigating shots fired, like a negligent discharge or something. So yeah, that's kind of shitty. But Patrick never makes it easy on himself, if at all possible. All you had, if you don't know, by the way, Patrick's like entire like troll career started. I would eat the pepperoni. Fuck yeah, I would eat the pepperoni, especially if the pepperoni was made of sargon. I maintain that sargon of Akkad is probably the tastiest person. If he was cooked up, I would take just the nibble to see if it would be something I would want more of. But pepperoni made from black children is probably fine too. But what he did is he said that Norm Macdonald wasn't funny on the Opie and Anthony show, and people started fucking with him because of that. And he always reacts in this retarded way, and it gets more people to fuck with him. And he's just been getting fucked with continuously for years now, and he always like makes I don't know. He's like tried to sue the Opie and Anthony forums, and he lost. I think he owes the guy that runs it quasi like $90,000 or something ridiculous. And yeah, basically that's Fatrick Tomlinson. Though I would say I mentioned I wanted to talk about my perspective on swatting, and I condemn it because, like I've said before, if you if someone is upset over a comment that you make and he like chimps out and makes a video and he's like, no, stalker child, Norm Macdonald isn't funny and you will go to jail, like that's funny. But most people react very negatively when you like hurt them or trick police into hurting them in the middle of the night. It's the difference between like Christian's freak out over Sonic the Hedgehog's arms changing color and walking up to Chris and just hitting him with a bat and like recording him after you hit him with a bat. Like, yeah, he's gonna be in pain after you hit him with a bat. You're like forcing him to react to something as opposed to trolling him, which isn't the same. Though I was shocked by how many people were just like, oh, I that's not a fair distinction to make in the thread. And it's like, okay, if you want to be retarded and you want to be like a total like nihilist psychopath who just thinks whatever, both of that's funny. Um, the swatting shit in the lolcow sphere has been very like prominent in the last 2 years, like especially in the last 2 years. At first, it was just streamers, but now it's like everybody. Everybody is getting swatted continuously, and I promise you that the federal government is extremely upset over this. They are pissed. They want to find out who's doing it, and they are probably going to charge that person with multiple accounts of attempted murder, and that person will never get out of jail again. It is the number one thing that I am worried about is that whenever if I get a subpoena, it is almost always about swatting. There is something happening with that person that they're looking into, and they're trying to figure out who's swatting. They're fucking livid. I promise you. So whoever the fuck is doing that better be covering his ass very well, because they're gonna throw the book at them. They're gonna throw everything they possibly can with any chance of sticking. and put somebody away for life when they find out who it is. Is this irony? No, I'm being 100% serious. They're fucking mad. They are really pissed, and I can't blame them because I don't think that we should have a paramilitary police force, but I'm not going to get my wish. They want their paramilitary police force to stay around, and if they're going to want, you know, the popular assent to keep their paramilitary police force in every city, they're going to need to do something with people using the police to like get revenge. So just a word of caution: if you don't give a fuck about my silly principles on what is ethical trolling or lolcow milking, if you're a fucking cringe lord and you say that, keep in mind that the survival of my community trumps anything. Trumps even trumps what normally trumps everything. Everything is fine if it's funny, unless it threatens the site, in which case it is no longer okay. That's like the hierarchy. And swatting is in that field of you're really trying to like bring unwanted attention into what is a wholesome big chungus free speech discussion corner of the internet. Just food for thought.